It is Dr. Scott, and it is Game Closet Live. We've got the Retro Roundtable here, and yes, we're going to be talking about Xbox burning. We're going to be talking about Xbox, Microsoft, and of course, Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox. So let's get Retro Rob and Mr. John Grafx. Johnny Grafx, how's it going, gentlemen?
How'd you like that photo finish of me showing up just in time?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I want to know what you're referencing when you're talking about fire. Where's the fire?
Well, there's no actual fire on mine per se.
Where's the metaphorical fire?
I used to have actual temperature readings from it while it's sitting there off. Not download mode, not update mode, just off. I have all my settings off. It's off.
Wow.
I would literally unplug the damn thing because I could put my hand over top of the Series X and it wouldn't burn your hand, but let's just put it like this. If you had your hand there long enough, you'd start to get uncomfortable. Huh. And when I actually was telling one of the technicians, when I was telling him that, he goes, "Huh, that's really interesting. That's not supposed to be like that." And I said, "No shit."
Yeah.
And it was like that. It was like that out of the box.
I thought it was like a Roman reference, like Rome is burning, Xbox is burning, like
right.
But we will get to my Xbox later. But this is from Tech Radar, and our first subject about Xbox is
they have not had like a good news cycle in like 5 years.
Right. We got 200 titles that will they'll become unavailable when the Xbox 360 store closes down. Those are titles that are they're not available physically. Either you buy some of these or they're going into oblivion unless they're brought forward.
Yeah, I've read that they're all going to pretty much still be available on Steam. So, and you can just you can use your Xbox controller with that. So,
oh, good. When Phil Spencer said, "Well, we're not going to do any more backwards compatible stuff," I was just like, "Listen, man, all I want is Toe Jam and Earl 3. That's all I want. Maybe Crazy Taxi 3, and I'm good. Everything else, I don't care about." No, we're not going to do
it. If you're doing worse than PlayStation on this, when it comes to managing your network functionality, then you're not doing good. You know what I mean? And that's essentially what this is, because they're, for everything you might want to complain about with Sony when it comes to their networking issues, and there's plenty to chew on there.
Yeah.
Their PS3, their Vita stores are still open. It's not a good look if you're Microsoft and you're closing your stuff before Sony's closing their stuff. That's all I'm saying.
And it's a lot different than what we're experiencing with this and we did with the Wii U. Because with the Wii U, we're flat out losing exclusives, period.
Right.
If you never downloaded some of those titles, you'll never get them ever again. That's crazy to me that they would do that.
There are plenty of games out there that are never going to see the light of day ever again because these companies just don't care one way or the other about the preservation of those games or the availability. Now, have you heard about the problems that these guys were having with the Series S and Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, this is interesting because I think this is the first chink in that armor, which Microsoft has been trying to avoid decoupling the Series S with everything else.
Right.
And they sold the Series S to people with the understanding that you're going to have everything that the Series X is going to have. It's just, it might run, at a slower frame rate, or it might have a smaller resolution, but you're going to have all the features, you're going to have all the games. Nothing's going to be functionally different. No. It's a chink in the armor. And I think we're going to see that other developers are going to be like, dude, now I'm having a problem with this and you didn't make them do that. So why can't I, keep multiplayer out of my game? Or you're going to see more. It's going to balloon, I imagine.
When you're promised by Bonnie Ross that you're going to eventually have, that we swear to God, absolutely, you will have couch co-op. God is my witness. Oh shit. We're not going to have couch co-op because I'm just going to kill it. You can hack and do it. Oh, that's it. I got to quit. I got to get out of here. Oh, family problems, everybody. I quit. I'm resigning. No. Bonnie, this was all your fault. And it's not just her fault. It's also Phil Spencer's fault because he's the head. And he's the one who greenlighted it and said, but they're going to say it was the pandemic. It was the pandemic. We couldn't get it done because of the pandemic. Well, guess what? The pandemic isn't, going on anymore. What's your excuse with Baldur's Gate 3? You're not going to give anybody a taste of the chicken in the oven until it's finished, right? Don't tell everybody all the features unless you know that the goodness is already baked in. And that's the problem here. And that was the problem with Halo. And then we promise by the time you get to a year in, you'll have couch co-op. And it's just like, okay, well, so when are the lies going to stop, Microsoft?
Yeah.
I know that you had to pay, billions of dollars for your Red Ring of Death debacle, but you don't want to do that again. But it's okay. It's okay to make the consumers foot the bill. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Until there's some sort of massive sea change, and I think they're hoping that that's going to be Game Pass. I think that's what they're hoping, and then they can act like the consoles never mattered in the first place, which is interesting because why have the consoles then?
Yeah.
Well, then basically what we're back to is Stadia, then, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to be right back to Stadia.
Which Stadia could have worked had they done it correctly. The Stadia wasn't a bad idea in my opinion. It was just they did it wrong. They had like a subscription fee, and you had to pay for the games, right? So yeah. So if you do one or the other, that could work. I could see it maybe working. To my understanding, the one big thing about this game, it seems like it has some issues, but they said it was 60 frames per second on the box. It says it on the box, right? and it's not there natively on the disc. It has to come via a patch, which to my knowledge hasn't even been released yet. The game's been out for months.
Yeah,
and there's this, and it says it on the box, so it's not on the disc. And they haven't even released the patch yet. It's been months, and it's a multiplayer game.
So are you telling me, John, that Microsoft lied to people again?
Well, the buck stops with Phil Spencer at this point. But I look at Redfall really as more of a Bethesda issue than an Xbox issue. I think after this point, you really can't do that too much. But this game, so much of this game's development was done before Microsoft bought them, from what I understand.
Well, what about this? You've heard me talk about that a lot.
Right.
I know.
And today, ad nauseum. Yeah, Rob's like, I'm done hearing him talk about this.
They're not doing co-op, right? Or one mode just isn't going to come now.
The couch co-op mode is not ever going to come unless they want to go, you know what? We would like to avoid the class action lawsuit, which I think we should sue their eyeballs out. I really do. The first excerpt is actually from a video that I took and made, and it is up. It is on Game Closet right now. I believe it was posted around the 6th of September 2021, and the week before that, I believe, or 2 weeks before that, my Alien Fireteam Elite video is on there, and I actually show it freezing there too. But so here is this. What you're watching is Halo. And before I continue, I will show you the stuff that happened with Resident Evil just before my Xbox said its final goodbyes. So here we go. Master Chief Collection. My wife and I were actually playing this co-op for review, and it's about to crash now. Now, this actually happened a couple of times. I can't find the other footage, but it did happen twice. And then it just kind of sat there, and you can hear the background sounds, and then it goes black, and it stayed black, and then the system shut off. Good time. And it's not the game, it's the Xbox Series X. And there you go. Now, it doesn't go to black and then shut down. It does freeze, as you can see here, and then it goes to the home screen, as you'll see momentarily. Not very fun. Okay, now that was from 2 years ago. So recently when I was playing Resident Evil 4, I had it happen once or twice, and which I'll show
towards the end too, right?
I was in chapter 15 of 16. Haven't finished chapter 15 yet, and because I don't have a Series X anymore, I can't unless I'm going to buy it, pay $70 or $60 for it again for PS5, and then go through the whole damn game again. I'm not doing that.
Well, maybe Santa Claus will surprise you this year. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. A nice Series X will show up. That'd be nice, but it's not going to happen. But anyway, is when I tested out, I was testing different games, and I put in Sniper Elite 5, so that's the last game you'll see. So and of course, I gave you like a super cut of everything here.
Yeah.
And then it goes,
Rob died.
oh shit, we lost Rob. He'll be back.
John Wick always comes back.
Yes, always very pissed off. And it just stayed there, freezes, and it goes back to the main screen. I mean, just another take, once again.
How long do you play it before this happens?
You can do it as soon as you... it would happen as soon as I put the disc in sometimes. I mean, like, it would go Resident Evil 4, freeze, and then go right back to the main screen.
Damn.
It was getting worse and worse. Yeah. And sometimes it would be very random. Sometimes I would actually get to play for like 2-3 seconds and it would freeze. Now, I'll tell you what Microsoft said in a minute here.
Yeah, I'm curious what they offered you in terms of a solution, if anything. It's the same thing every time. It's like your background music continues and then a hard crashes, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like a system issue then, doesn't it?
Yeah, now interestingly, there are some games I could play, and I played one of the Mortal Kombats. I played it for about, I want to say half hour, 40 minutes. No issues. And then, of course, I played Feeding Frenzy for the 360. No issues. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any damn sense.
Maybe it's just like the somewhat more demanding games. Although Mortal Kombat's no slouch, so I don't know.
In their own forums, this is Xbox Microsoft Answers. Keeps crashing, turning off, freezing, almost every Xbox optimized game, etc., etc., etc. And they go, well, why don't you turn off not the ray tracing, but turn off the performance modes. Some of those games don't have performance modes. It's just you play it and
if
that's it.
If it's on the game, it shouldn't be something you can't do.
Right. Okay, and then once again, my Series X crashing. This is another Microsoft, forum. And, look at this. June 15th, 2021. Now, I called Microsoft, and I called them back in the day, and I said, hey, this is not happening all the time, but it does happen. And they didn't give me a case number, nothing. They said, well, if it keeps happening, give us a call back. You're within your warranty periods, and you'll send it in. I go, okay. I couldn't get it to happen, like, regularly enough. Kind of like when you have a car that keeps doing something weird, and you're just like, oh, hey, well, I don't know what's going on here, but
even when they go to test it, it's not happening.
It's not happening, yeah.
Right.
So like we can't replicate the problem. So why would I send something to you guys? Now, here's what their suggestion was, okay? I had several suggestions. Oh, and here's yet another website. 4 easy ways to fix the Xbox crashing issue. Now, all this is everything. This is everything that Xbox told me to do. Okay? Everything. So we don't even need to go through that. So they had you do a reset where it keeps all your games and you just have to, put your profile back on and everything. I go, okay.
Yeah.
Then you can you just wipe the thing and then reinstall stuff. I go, okay. So I did that too. Here's a case number. If it keeps happening after this, give us a call back. And I go, I know what's going to happen because if you go on their site, it will tell you this very odd thing. If you're within warranty, they're obviously going to fix it. If you're not within warranty, they will charge you immediately without even looking at it, without opening it, before you even send it to them. These frickin' gangsters want you to pay them $300 to fix it.
That's not a warranty then.
No, but no. This is when it's out of warranty.
Oh, when it's out of warranty.
When it's out of warranty. Okay. So
well,
basically,
that's pretty high.
Well, number one, that is high, but number two, what if it's just a capacitor? Or what if it has an overheating issue, which obviously I already told you it did. I mean, I could bake things on that sumbitch when it was off. Okay.
Yeah.
So I call them back and I go, I tell my wife, I go, I know that's what they're going to do. I know that's what they're going to do. They're going to tell me, give us the $300 because this is a you issue. This is not a me issue. This is a you issue. So you give us the money. Okay. Listen, if I had something that was breaking and it wasn't in every freaking forum and I didn't have it documented all the way back 2 years ago, then yeah, I'd be like, yeah, this is out of warranty and I got to pay for it. Yeah, my muffler fell off my car. I got to pay for it. Okay? I get that. But I have it documented. These people have it documented. And Microsoft's answer to this problem, to all these people, including me, is this. This is their answer. This is Phil Spencer telling you, I don't give a damn about you.
I mean, and that's why they're selling half as much as the Switch. Or at least that's part of the reason. You know, they're paying the price for that. And it sucks because they have a great ecosystem. They have
Absolutely.
They have a large audience. I mean, they have people that would love to buy their systems, but they treat their customers like shit.
Yep, they sure do. And like I said, where's the class action lawsuit? Because they lost $500 million when it came to the Red Ring of Death, but now they don't want they don't want another Red Ring of Death debacle because they won't be able to buy things. They won't be able to buy other companies if our coffers aren't full anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, if there was a problem, other companies that were reputable would actually give a damn, or they'd be like, shit, we're going to get sued. No, their remedy is you pay for our mistake. You give us the $300 so that way your system is not a $500 console. Now it's an $800 console.
Right. And there's no reason to think that, you know, you're going to get the 10 years or whatever out of it that you were hoping anyway.
Right. It was 2 years, John. 2 years.
And you bought it new, right? You didn't buy
I bought it brand new. It brand new. Of course, Resi said $300 is a little pricey to get an Xbox fixed. $300 is a little pricey to get anything fixed sight unseen. Nobody would ever take their car over to any mechanic and be like, hey, I've got a problem. Give me $300. Well, I haven't told you what the problem is yet. Give me $300. It could be a fan belt that would take them literally 15 minutes, which for some mechanics is $80 an hour. So a $20 fan belt with $80, you know, that's $100. But then you're not even going to look at it. You're just going to go, give me the money. Phil Spencer, give me the money. Give me the money. I don't care about you. Give me the money. I'm Phil Spencer. I'm the millionaire. I don't care about you. Give me the money. Oh, you have Xboxes out there that are setting themselves on fire? We don't give a damn. Give us the money.
My problem with it is 300 is so close to getting a new console.
Well, for $200 more, I get a brand new one, and I could just, I don't know, I could turn this one into a footstool, or I could gut it and make it a fridge.
Just keep it for parts or whatever.
I could throw it at geese, you know, anything I wanted. So Here's our new segment tonight. Here we go. Yes, it's real.
I'm uncomfortable with this segment.
You should be. Here's what tonight's real or not real subject is. The photographs I'm about to show you, are these famous gangsters real gangsters, or are they fictional? Are they not real gangsters? So real gangsters or not real gangsters?
Okay. Real.
So you think that Al Capone is real?
My understanding of what Al Capone is that he was a gangster.
Yes, Al Capone is real. He is a real gangster. Okay, our next one is?
He died of syphilis.
Yes, he did. Michael Corleone. Real or not real?
I mean, he's real in my heart, but in the world, he's not.
Okay, so you're saying that Michael Corleone is not a real person?
I don't think so. I think it's just Godfather, right?
Correct. He is not real. Okay, our next one.
Stop it, Zaiku Joker.
John Gotti, real or not real?
Gotti's a real boy.
Correct. John Gotti is a real gangster. Absolutely.
I didn't know my gangster knowledge would be tested this evening.
He is OG. Okay. Yeah. Tony Soprano, my favorite. Is he real or not real?
Oh, that's Will Sasso. Come on.
Is he a real gangster or not a real gangster?
Not a real gangster.
Correct. He is not a real gangster. Okay. Only a couple more to go. All right. Pablo Escobar.
Oh.
Real or not real gangster?
Real. Man.
Yes, he is a real gangster. Absolutely. Hey, Rob's back.
I'm good at gangsters.
Hey, there he is.
Speaking of gangster.
Yeah. Pablo Escobar, and you guessed, real gangster. Okay, yeah, and
real boy.
And our last one for this evening, real or not real gangster, Phil Spencer, real gangster or not real
I see
gangster?
where
I
we're
knew it
going
was
with
coming.
this.
I knew it was coming.
Real
Your
or not
answer is
real?
going to be he's a real gangster.
No, what is your answer?
My answer is he's yet another corporate stooge who speaks in phrases that can be interpreted in a number of ways to slyly avoid being labeled as a liar.
Rob?
Oh man, Johnny took my answer.
Okay, well, you got me pegged correctly, but you both, since you did not answer correctly, you are wrong. He is a real gangster. Yes, Phil Spencer is OG, does not give a damn about you. Give me your $300, bitch, because I'm not repairing your shit that's my fault. Whether it be the games or the systems. OG gangster, Phil Spencer, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
It's a nice copy of Aliens Fireteam Elite you got there.
Yeah,
Be a
yeah.
shame if something would have happened to it, you know?
He does have that kind of face, though. I mean, he is kind of.
Yes, he does. Well,
He
that
looks
is
down on you a little bit, you know? He kind
Yeah.
of looks down on you.
Could you imagine being that rich and all you could afford to wear was the swag you hand out? Like,
Oh, yeah, that's his
Oh
brand,
man,
dude.
I need a shirt, honey. I need a shirt. All right, gentlemen, everybody, thank you for tuning in, and please share this on your favorite social media. We will see you very, very soon. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Have a great night.
thank you.
Thank you for subscribing to Game Closet. It's absolutely free, and you can help us get to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. Hit the like button so YouTube will share our videos to more and more cool people just like you. We will see you very, very soon.